Good afternoon. Welcome to the final conference of the Gami.Fi.Re project. We are very excited to share with you what have been working on over past 2 years. Let me briefly introduce myself. My name is Tina Krž, the project coordinator from Novo mesto, Slovenia. I'm really glad to be here with our great project team from Slovenia, from the Netherlands, Cyprus, and Italy to show you the main results and of our project and how gamification can help young people and also adults to improve their financial skills and prepare them for the life and the work in a fun and practical way. So before we begin, let's to get each other a bit. Please go to Mentimeter, scan the code, and answer a few quick questions. The first one, who are you from? On which field are you working on? So take a minute.
Tina, I don't think we can see the QR code.
What? Really? Okay.
Yeah.
No, we can, Nicolas.
Okay.
I can see it, yeah.
Yeah, it was delayed, sorry.
Okay.
Okay. So. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Who are we all? So the most participants are from company and from other fields, and also from vet schools and NGOs. Okay, let's go to the next question. From which country are you from? Scan the QR code again, and then we will show you. Okay, interesting. We see that we are not only from our partners' countries, but also from other countries, which will make the event even more interesting. So let's continue. The last question. Please write in short, what do you expect from the event today? Okay. Yes, it's interesting to see many different expectations. So fun, new people, motivation, financial education, of course. Yes, we hope that the conference will bring something useful for everyone. Thank you for your answers. It's time now to start. Our first speaker is Belinda Lovrencic, my co-worker from Readiness Novo Mesto. She will explain why financial education is so important for young people in vocational schools and also in adult education, and why we need new creative methods to teach it. She will also give us short overview of the project. Belinda, please.
Hi, this is me. I'm Belinda. As Tina said, I will try to, in short, describe what we do and what we did and what we are going to do in the closest possible future, and explain to you why alternative approaches are actually needed in teaching VET students, as well as other adults and children, basically. But as you have already noticed, we are very big fans of Mentimeter, so I would like to ask you to answer one question for me. How confident do you feel managing your personal finances? How confident are you with managing your own money? Could you please scan the QR code and answer this? I will wait. I will answer it myself. Are we all ready? Let's see. Semi-confident, a little confident, not the least bit confident. Now consider this, we are all adults and we have trepidation in regards of our managing our own finances. Now imagine being a high school student or university student, it doesn't really matter, and being on your own, managing your own finances. Imagine how those kids must feel with the knowledge they learned in their regular curricula. So it's a challenging subject. And within our project, we did research and found out that only 10.7% of students actually reach expert financial literacy. And this is on PISA 2022 results. So 1 in 10 student is confident enough managing their own money, and 21.1% are at the lowest level, which basically means they can pay bills and count change. So there is space for a change, and this is what we are trying to do with our project. Forgive me. Let's see what students did say. We surveyed within our own countries, so the countries of the project, that is Netherlands, Slovenia, Cyprus, and Italy. We asked the students, 129 students to be precise, how do they perceive their current financial knowledge? As you can see, in Cyprus and Italy and Netherlands, it's more or less good, excellent at best, and most of them are pretty low. As far as how motivated the students are to learn about financial literacy, the numbers were promising. They are willing to learn, they are curious to learn, but they don't know where to learn this knowledge. So, interest versus knowledge is high. They are interested, but they don't know. They don't have the knowledge, basically, and they don't know who to ask and who to turn to. And even some of the students couldn't self-assess, which means that they didn't even know how much they don't know, if you know what I mean. Let's continue. Are schools doing enough? Now, this is one of the questions we asked ourselves within our consortium. And we did a little research and found out that in Slovenia, only 25% of children think that schools are teaching them enough. A little better is in the Netherlands, but Italy and Cyprus, children think they are taught enough, but there is still room for improvement. So what we did is research what skills do they need to be financially independent and capable of managing their own finances. And the skills that came to the surface were budgeting, debt managing, tax awareness, investment planning, entrepreneurial skills, and communication of financial concepts. So basic knowledge as to what finances are, what terms are needed to manage them and how to manage them are basic knowledges that are needed to be taught to children in our schools. And another question popped up. Are we doing enough and are we teaching them correctly? So are the schools with their frontal approach teaching properly children the financial skills? The passive lectures are not sufficient anymore. We all know that we are in the age of digitalization. After all, we're having conferences online. So frontal, boring lectures are definitely not enough anymore in all the subjects, and especially in financial literacy. Why? Because financial literacy can only be taught with examples. Frontal teaching doesn't involve any hands-on practice, which is foundation of learning. So teaching and learning through examples is crucial. The Gami.Fi.Re project itself is financed by Erasmus 2020K VET project. It uses gamification to enhance financial learning. What are we trying to do? Within our consortium, we decided that probably the best way to teach is through example. And what examples could you use with kids that are always on their mobile devices, etc.? So we decided to employ gamification. And gamification is what we used to enhance financial learning. So we are developing a game, have developed a game that will teach financial literacy. It is designed to boost engagement, retention, and practical skills. The full title of our project is Fostering Financial Literacy and Career Readiness through Gamification in Vocational Education. So our main target groups are the kids in VET education, but in order to teach them financial literacy through gamification, we have to teach the teachers. And that is why the Gami.Fi.Re project is special. Our target groups are VET providers, VET students, educators, and educational leaders. Our aim, as I said, is to improve financial literacy and, as a consequence, employability in VET education. What attracts students in a game? This is another question that we asked ourselves. And we asked these students, what is it that they find in games in general interesting? And the most important thing is recognition of knowledge. So gamification, as you all probably know, is based on prizes, first places, leaderboards, etc. And this is most important to kids, to be the best at something. And if that knowledge, that first place is somehow recognized, it's even better. So students want their efforts to be acknowledged. The second thing that interests or attracts them to a game is role playing. As we all know, we all enjoy role playing. We are, I don't know, how should I describe it? We feel most comfortable when we're not ourselves. So, immersive scenarios make learning more relatable to those students. Progress tracking is also very important. They enjoy seeing how far they've come, so they have to have milestones to reach and to surpass in order to learn, and in order to learn, they would like to have a recognition. Use of mobile devices is also one of the things that is fine, but not necessary. What surprised me the most is the visual attractiveness of the game. It's the least important to students. And what we did is, after we have learned this, we have incorporated everything this into our game. We also asked educators if they would support our game, our development, our work. And yes, they would. They are willing to attend trainings. They are willing to encourage students to involve themselves in the game development, which of course we also did. We involved the students and the teachers as we developed the game in all the phases of the game development. So what we have then decided within our consortium is we decided that we will use 4 role-playing models for students to choose from. We decided on a student, so someone that is going to a university and will have to manage its own finances, and they have to learn how can they make it through the month. Then we also decided to involve employees, as most of us are employees at some point or another in life, and they can learn how to manage their first salary. We also decided on freelancers. As we all know, influencers and various forms of freelancers are widely spread now, and we decided to offer a choice for a freelancer, and they can learn how can they turn their skills into income. And since we come from a rural area, we also decided to involve agriculturalists. So someone that can take care of a farm and make profit and then reinvest the profit that they made, etc., etc. So the framework that we developed is based on these 4 roles. Now I would like to ask you, which role would you feel least prepared to support in class? Basically, which role would you feel least prepared to present, to talk about finances, etc.? Could you please take your phone and scan the QR code, and I'll wait for your answers. Okay, let's see. Agriculturalist. Interesting. Yeah, I would probably feel the same because it's a specific role and it has so many variables. It's a challenging role to present. But thank you for your answers. This is very important information for us because we can upgrade the agriculturalist role and its description in our continuous work. So let's talk about impact. What has Gami.Fi.Re created so far? We have created, and it's still under development, a Gami.Fi.Re e-learning platform that will support teachers, educators, and various other educators in their general work with children, but they can also be used by anyone else that wants to learn about financial literacy. We have developed a serious game about which we will hear a little bit more later, and we have also are working on a bank of practical resources for use in real classrooms. Now, about all these outputs, we will hear a little bit more later on from my colleagues. I will just continue with general description. So the toolkit is developed on the concept of learning by doing, and it will be available in all 5 languages. Then I will just show you a glimpse of our game that will be an interactive simulation based on financial decision making. Our developer will talk much more about the game, so I'll just skip this. And I will ask you for one more Mentimeter. Tell me, how do you feel now that you've learned what Gami.Fi.Re is about? You have a few options to choose from. I would much appreciate if you could. Okay, let's see. Curious, wanting to know more. Excellent. You will know more in a second. Who's next?
Yes, thank you, Belinda. It was very interesting. Also, I'm the ghost, I heard, so I'm popping in and out. So yes, I kindly ask Nicolas and Gerard to present our main results, the game and the toolkit. The floor is yours.
Okay, give me a second so I can share my screen. So everyone, can you confirm that you can view in full screen? Hello? Can you confirm that you can view in full screen?
Yes.
Okay. So welcome from me as well. So thank you very much, Linda and Belinda, for the introduction. So this title, Building Your Financial Future, Creating a Game Together, this was the title when we were starting with our students to discuss with them about this game. So this game was a collaboration, not only from the project partners of this Gami.Fi.Re project, but also by students. So the title is true. We created a game together with the help of the students through our pilot testing, through our beta testing, through various focus groups, both local and European, bringing students together, asking them what they believe should be included in this game, because it is all about their financial future. So who am I? My name is Nicolas Mudoros. I represent Emphasis Center, which is a training center, a software development house, but also a research center in the field of national and European projects. My background is in computer science. I have been teaching for the last 15 years IT-related courses. 3D printing, coding, and of course, video game design. So through this presentation, I will touch upon three things. First, an introduction to the Gami.Fi.Re game, and I will give you an overview in order to understand what this game is all about, and to see how this game works, its mechanics, and at the end I will be presenting some current statistics concerning how the game is progressing. And after I complete with this, my colleague Gerard from Geared Up will continue and present the second part of this presentation. So I would like to kick off with a video introducing the game. So let's sit all back and relax and see this short video. So I hope I made you a little bit excited about the game. So what are the aims of the game, the aims of the project in general? So as my colleague Belinda mentioned earlier, there is a need for financial literacy, for career readiness among everyone, but specifically among young adults, among vet students. And we try to focus in particular with young adults and young students from disadvantaged backgrounds. So for whom is this game for? So our main targets are, of course, vet students, focusing in students that reside in disadvantaged areas with disadvantaged backgrounds, vet providers, schools, teachers, counselors, stakeholders, small to medium-sized businesses, research institutes, local authorities, municipalities, regional authorities, ministries, Ministry of Education and Ministry of Finance. And of course, this is a game that everyone can play and everyone can benefit from. So what is this game and where can you find it? So first of all, it is available from our project's website, Gami.Fi.Re.eu. It is a web-based game, meaning you can play this game on your web browser, and the story unfolds in 4 islands. So we have an island which is mostly focused to higher education students, to university students. We have an island which focuses on independent professionals, entrepreneurs. Our agriculturist island for the students that they want to follow this type of profession, and the company employee island. Now, what is the goal of the game? It's basically to take sound financial decisions that reflect your profession, reflect your character, and to collect as many points as possible as you progress in the game. So we are utilizing the open budgets ecosystem, and more on this later on with Gerard's presentation. So you get to earn an open badge by completing a full 360-degree rotation of an island and receiving at least 80% correct answers to the various questions that are posed to you throughout the game. And in total, we have designed 17 open badges that are available for the users, for the players to collect throughout the game. As in all games, you will need to, of course, sign up with a valid email. Make sure to authenticate your email when you sign up. And of course, please don't forget to subscribe to our newsletter, to tick that box, because it helps us to provide you additional information about the project. And as soon as you have signed up and logged in, you get to choose in which language you wish to play the game. The game is available in the 4 partner languages: Slovenian, Greek, Italian, and Dutch, and of course in English. Now, when you log in, you will at the beginning choose your character and select your character's profession from the 4 different ones that we explained earlier. As soon as you do that and you have selected your character and your character's profession, you will be taken to the first area, which is the mainland port. As we mentioned earlier, the main story happens in 4 islands, and from where can you reach an island? Through a port, of course. So the mainland port is the area where you can customize your character, you can check the rankings, so you can see the score of other players, and this adds to the element of gamification. You can visit a building, which is the bank, where you get to learn more things about financial literacy and its terminology, and you can talk to the different characters that are moving around in the port, where they will be giving you some helpful tips and information about financial literacy. The leaderboards, as I mentioned earlier, here you can see the scores and which player is ranking first. The customization building, where you get to change the look and feel of your character and personalize it. And the bank, where you can find terminology and glossary about financial literacy. And they are divided in general concepts and also in concepts that are specific to the role of the player that you would choose to have. Earning a badge, and we made the first badge for you to earn to be quite easy. So the first badge is called the mainland badge, Island Explorer, and you receive it by going to the travel and signing up and logging into the game. So this is the first badge that you will earn. But for the rest 16 badges, you will need to sweat a bit more, because you will need to answer correct all the dilemma, most of the dilemma questions that you will face in each island. And we have 4 badges per island, and 4 islands, that's the total of 16 badges available for you to collect. Now, once you have explored the main island and you feel ready, you can hop on your boat, select which island you would like to visit, the role that you would like to have, and take the boat trip. So the boat trip is a trip that has to do with obstacles that you have to avoid, and to collect some much needed currency. So you need 30 coins in order to proceed and land on an island. So once this part of the boat trip is completed, you will reach your island, and here it's where you will need to take your first very important decision. So you will need to decide what your main focus will be. So we have seen through the discussions that we had, through the research that we did with the students, that we all have different goals, different personalities, and this is, of course, the usual thing. So we have devised 4 focus areas. So the first one is personal growth, where here you will need to focus on your personal and professional development. The personal satisfaction and well-being, where you focus mostly on improving your personal, but also the community happiness and well-being. The personal innovation, where here you focus mostly on the creativity aspect and technological advancement of your character. And last, it's the personal wealth, which is, for the case of Cyprus, as I noticed, the one that is the most popular. So students focus on personal wealth, where here you focus on maintaining financial stability and making sound economic decisions in order to improve your wealth. Now, once you are on the island, you will be viewing images like the one that you see now in the presentation, and the gameplay is similar to a Monopoly style game, a tabletop setting, where you roll a dice, and based on the number you move around the available platforms. So depending on where you will land, you will need to answer specific questions, and your aim is to earn points based on your focus, either for growth, for innovation, for satisfaction, and for currency. And as you progress in the game, you can also have the opportunity to purchase buildings related to your island. It can be a school, it can be a library, it can be a skyscraper, it can be a farm, in order to, let's say, customize and personalize the island. Now, there are different platforms that our player can land. The most common ones are the ones that focus on scenario-based and dilemma questions, the spinner platforms, and also some platforms that include mini games. Now, when we land on a scenario and dilemma question, we need to have in mind that we need to answer this based on our selected focus. So if I am focused more on the technological advancements, I need to answer differently. If I'm focusing on my personal wealth, differently, and so on. So these questions we have devised from 40 to 60 dilemma questions per island. So we're talking more than 120 questions that students or players will face, and this adds up to the replayability of the game. So each time they play it, they get to answer different questions, and if they decide to focus on different areas, then they need to select a different answer. And also to, let's say, break a little bit the questions and answers, we have incorporated 3 different types of mini games, which these were also designed with the help of the participating students in the pilot and in the beta and alpha testings and in the different workshops that we had. Now, as I mentioned earlier, as you progress, you collect coins, you collect currency, and you can build different buildings in your island and populate your island, because at the beginning it will look like an empty island, and as you progress, you improve as well the looks and feel of your island. And once you have done a full circle, you have completed an island, you will see your final score. And as I mentioned earlier, if you have successfully received 80% and above of the score, you will receive an open badge for it. And once you have done this, you can return back to the main port and visit another island, or visit the same island, and this time you can select a different focus area in order to receive the remaining badges. Now, just a few statistics, current statistics of the game. We have 192 registered users, 68 have subscribed to our newsletter, and the game has given 72 badges so far, and around 110 users have answered a survey in the game. And that's all for me now. I don't know if you have any questions. Oh, so thank you very much. Don't forget to connect.
Thank you, Nicholas. I suggest that all the questions are at the end of the conference. Okay. So, Gerard, I kindly ask you to present your part. You can share the screen.
Yes, thank you. So thank you also for Nicholas for also introducing the game. I will start presenting two aspects also from the project, closely related to the series game, of course. So let me see how I can share my presentation. All right. Let's see if this is a complete screen. So I will, wait, I will start. Yes, so I was already halfway. So this is about indeed the work package, the toolkit, and also the validation system. I want to share some more insights on this. And of course, later you can find more information also now on our website, Gami.Fi.Re.eu. So a bit about me. Gear-Up, I'm the founder of Gear-Up, and this is a Dutch organization supporting innovation in education. In a broader sense, it's not only formal education, but also related to non-formal activities, outside formal learning. And we focus more and more on sustainability, digitalization, and inclusion. And for this, in this project, for example, we use tools like gamification, but also digital credentials and open recognition, or other forms of recognizing achievements of people in a broader perspective, and especially to make learning visible in schools, communities, and workplaces. It can be either in a work environment, but also from school education to work, to make the connection between informal learning and working environments more sustainable. So this is about the focus we have, the toolkit for VET providers, but also for trainers in financial literacy. And I will also tell you a bit more about the Open Badge Validation System. So to start with, the toolkit. The idea is that when a teacher wants to use this game in the classroom, it is very useful to have the sort of a scaffolding environment. And when we started this project, we also noticed that if you look at game mechanics and learning mechanics, how can we connect these two? So what is in the game, also what Belinda mentioned, learner leading boards, but there are also other elements that can be really related to games. How can we relate that to a form of learning? So all these aspects, so role-specific scenarios, financial competency framework, where does it come from, how to implement this and how to work further on this, serious games, the guidelines, the badges and the validation systems, all these elements. We decided to put this into the toolkit as a really live and growing place, to share all this information with you. And this toolkit is also created together with teachers in several activities. For example, here in the Netherlands, we build further on this by using real lesson plans to support you as a teacher or a trainer in implementing the game and the toolkit in your classroom. So a bit more about that toolkit. It's a ready-to-use lesson plan templates we have. I will share a bit more about that later. The badge description with criteria and evidence fields we have also included. For example, also the alignment. So how does it relate? Is there any foundation related to a competence framework that is also explained? And if you want, this is a scenario-based learning examples to adapt and build further on. So the toolkit, it supports you in designing competence-based lessons, recognizing and validating informal learning. It can also be, when you use this in a different way, be used in validating formal learning, but that requires some more adjustments maybe. But as it relates to the competence framework, I can imagine that it can be very supportive also in that sense. And structuring formative assessment through badges. This is a screenshot of our financial literacy toolkit. So what we have a large document, and we broke it down into the document relates to the toolkit, and we broke it down in 6 modules to make it more easy digestible for you. So this is the overview, and what you see is first you start with the financial introduction. What is that? What is how do we make this available for you? We start with the curriculum framework, the scenarios, the guidelines, assessment and validation, and further implementation and professional development. So I will, this is to share, switch my screen, check. So 1 second. A quick switch, there it is. So this is actually, I hope you can see it. Yes, a live website on Gami.Fi.Re. You can find it in the navigation bar up here. And then if you go to that place, you will see all the 6 modules, and each module is built up in the same structure. So I will show you first shortly the first module, and then you'll see how it is built up. I will not share the video again, but it's also what Nicholas shared with us. It has the same video as the introduction. You will find more information about the background, the objectives, and it is what we think is an easy way to click through is a click path. It starts with the background, the objectives, the scope, and some more information, for example, in Gamification Education, and the resources. This is a growing collection of resources to support you in how to implement the game into financial literacy, but also it relates to some other modules where it comes from, as this project is related to a previous project from Reach Novo Mesto, and it also in that section shares the information related to that. So and you can go back to the toolkit overview, or you can go to, for example, module 2, etc., etc. So here, for example, is the series game for Gamifier. Finally, the strategies and action guideline. This is also part of the resources in this module, and it continues. Yeah, so this is an overview, and the presentation will be shared later with you, and you can also find it on our website, Gami.Fi.Re, where all this module is included. I will go back to, oh, sorry. Yes. So I will stop sharing the web page, and I will go back to.
Okay, thank you, Gerard.
No, sorry. No, I was just one switch, and then I have some more.
Oh, you have another one.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm almost there. So the idea is basically what we also prepared is a lesson plan overview based on the templates, and I will not switch again, but you can see here a screenshot, and this is also part of the toolkit by student roles, employee roles. So it is a ready to be used and downloadable lesson plan for each role that is within the game, and is there also an overall role, for example, to be used. So let me check. And okay, the second part of my presentation is the validation through badges. So in the modules in the toolkit, there is more information, of course. You can read there about why open badges. So the badges are digital credentials showing skills acquisition. And in the illustration on the right, you see actually a pretty clear explanation why badges, as in a digital form of certifying your achievement, is a really normal and logical way of how being verified by what you have done in a digital way. Because in the first drawing, you see a ticket, someone scanning it when wanting to access to a flight from, in this case, I think from London to Birmingham. And then you scan your code when you want to access the airport and being checked in. And also when you pay, then you have the same procedure. Normally it would be in your wallet. You have a paper or an offline wallet in your hands, and you can pay with real cash. It's still there, of course, but nowadays you have this more and more digital. So you can pay, for example, your beer or your coffee on a digital way. This is done more and more, and so the payment is done. And now within the new developments also in Europe, you see that paper-based certificates are more and more replaced or going along together with a digital wallet. And with this, you can show it to your, for example, when you're having an interview or when you want to have access to a certain place, and it validates that you are, or verifies that you are the person having this certificate, and you can gain access to a certain place or a certain job promotion. So it's in my wallet, I mean my phone, and it just works. So basically, that is part of this project as well. And just to show you, and what is already shown by Nicolas, we have 5 badges, so I will not go into that further, but the scenario is actually that you have this badge in your game platform, and then you can claim the link. And the idea is that you can also showcase your relevant competencies from the EU Financial Competence Framework to, for example, in this example, you have a financially savvy employee, and it gives you, based on the game you played, it awards you for a practical, what you can see in the badge on the left, description, what you have achieved. You have a certain profile, a certain role, and a profile going along with that. There are some points of attention, but it relates also to the competence framework, and you can see that on the right. So again, this provides the practice, the badge gives it value, and the framework ensures quality, and the toolkit brings it into your teaching. So thank you, that's it for the moment.
Yeah, thank you, Gerard. So let's now continue from theory to practice. Our next speaker is Mateja Prus. Mateja, hi.
Hi, hello.
She's from one of our web schools in Slovenia, in Novo Mesto. She will talk about how financial skills can really make a difference for students, not just in school, but also in life and work. Mateja, please.
Okay, so I will try to share it. Something. Okay, do you see? And it moves? No.
Yes, yes.
Oh, I cannot see it.
Okay.
I will try do it again. Okay. Now it's moving.
We see ne vidimo diapozicije. We see the presentation, not the projection. So we see the.
It's working. It's working.
Not really.
Not.
We see the PowerPoint, not the projection. So
It's not working other way.
Najprej dajva prezentacijo, pa potem pet v Zoom noter.
Ni šlo, ker ni šlo, ni delovalo.
Ok, se lahko pa tako.
samo Mateja, da boste potem klikala po slajdih, samo to.
Bom.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's continue some technical.
Okay, let's continue some technical problems. Hello to everyone. Like Tina said, I'm Mateja. I came from agriculture school and biotechnical high school from Novo Mesto, and I was proud to take part in this project. And today I'm happy to present you some experience with this project with our students. And I'm glad that this project promotes financial literacy among vocational students in a fun and interactive way. Okay. Here you can see a picture how it looks like when our students have some courses about financial literacy from another institution. You can see that most of them are sleeping during this course, and this game is very good way to show them financial literacy through this game. Financial literacy is something that all young people need, but often they don't learn enough about it. Whether it's budgeting money from student jobs, managing bank accounts, or planning for the future, these are real skills that impact our lives. Vocational students often face this situation very early, especially if they start working right after school. That's why financial education is so important for them. About this project, you already heard a lot about it. Its main goal is to teach financial skills through gaming, and students learn by making decision solving some challenges and seeing the results just like in the real life. The project was created through international cooperation, and students were also involved at every step. How the game works? In the game, the students faced with different challenges that reflect their real life career situation, and each challenge offered them 4 possible answers, and based on their choice they receive points. Some decisions are better than some others, and the students can choose the different roles of profiles like we already see. They can choose to be farmer or student or self-employer. And in my school, most of the students choose profile agriculturist, farmer, or a student. Depends in which program I test this game. Our students, they also cooperate during preparing this game. A special part of the project was the workshop in Cyprus, where students helped design the game. They wrote questions, answers, and scenarios based on their knowledge and experiences. The ideas they made the game more relevant and realistic. They weren't just players, but they also helped to create the game. Here we also in Cyprus test the game not in computer way, but we have some map, and we played with the cube. So it was very interesting. After when the game was made, we test the game with students. The students they were in the 3rd year of their vocational programs, or in biotechnical high school. Involved students were from agriculture and business technician program and nature protection program, and from biotechnical high school, and they were all 17 years old. During this testing, it was interesting to see how students interacted with the game, and which profile they choose. For example, those who choose the farmer role had to decide how to manage farm income, invest in equipment, or save some money. The student role included decisions like paying rent, working part-time, or buying a laptop. After the testing, I asked students for some feedback, and the reactions were mixed, and that's perfectly fine. Some students said that the game was fun, challenging, and realistic. Other of them were more reserved and didn't connect with it as much. But overall, it gave everyone a new perspective on money and decision. Like you can see, we also use Menti for the feedback. I think it's a very good example when every student can express his opinion about the game. And what we learned during the game, we learned that the game-based learning can be very effective. Students are more engaged when they feel the topic is connected to their real life. Giving them a voice in the learning process, like in the Cyprus workshop, makes them more motivated. And most important, financial topics don't have to be boring, like you see on the picture at the beginning of this presentation. For the future, we believe that this game has great potential. It could be used in many subjects, not just economics, but also entrepreneurship or civic education. It can be used to increase student motivation in class, enrich the lessons, and provide an interactive way of teaching. We could expand it with more profiles and scenarios, maybe even with some local ones, and it works better when it's combined with a discussion, so students can reflect on their choices. So it will be very nice to work it and discuss about to play this game and discuss about some scenarios and some answers, so the students can discuss it about pro and contra some situations. So I hope that also the other partners and schools will encourage and also will try to test the game and use it during their lessons. Okay, that was for me. Thank you for listening me. If you have some question, you can ask me maybe at the now or at the end. So
Yes.
thank you.
Thank you, Matea. It was very interesting. Yes, also in other countries, partners are testing, are already tested, have already tested, and some more examples will be shown after the break. So before the break, we would like to show you that this game and our project results are useful also in adult education. I kindly asked Deja Arkar to present our ideas, their ideas, how these can be also integrated in adult education and career guidance. Deja, please.
Can you see my presentation?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, also from my side. My name is Deja Arkar, and I'm a teacher of Slovenian history and as well a guidance counselor for adults. This means I support individuals in entering education, planning independent learning, and recognizing previously acquired knowledge. Okay, technical problems too. Do you see? Okay.
Yes.
See?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. The Gami.Fi.Re project caught my attention because I see it as a powerful tool to support adults in developing their financial skills, especially those who face daily challenges in managing their finances, balancing education with family life, and planning long-term goals. We involved the teaching staff of the adult basic, elementary, and secondary school, where we presented the project and introduced the financial game as one of the key tools. The game is highly effective because it encourages discussion and personal reflection and experimental learning, also for adults. Why the game works? It opens up real conversation, it encourages personal reflection, it teaches through experience. Enriching the game, challenge cards. We actively integrated into the game into the lessons and enhanced it with additional challenge cards. We use challenge cards before the game to help participants learn basic financial terms. Some examples of challenge cards. You got a part-time job. How will you adjust your monthly budget to lower income? Your child is sick. How does taking sick leave affect your income, and what expense will you need to adjust? You want to enroll in additional training. How and where will you find funding? You earn 1,100 euro. Plan your monthly expenses and saving. A friend asked to borrow 300 euro. Can you afford it? And how will it impact your budget? You receive an annual bonus of 1,000 euro. How will you distribute it between savings, debt, and needs? You lose your job for 3 months. How will you survive, and what expenses will you cut? Your child starts kindergarten and you need to pay extra for meals. How will you fit this cost into your budget? You see a TV on a big sale. Will you buy it? And why or why not? You get an opportunity for extra weekend work. How this affect your income and free time? These cards were very interesting in our lessons. I have technical problems too. But besides of these cards, in the guidance settings, we expanded the game into a more in-depth individual activity and developed a personal financial portfolio aimed at monitoring personal progress and planning. The portfolio includes 6 sections. First, self-assessment of personal finances and knowledge, initial reflection, where am I today, how do I understand money, how do I feel about my finances, my financial goals, short, medium, and long-term goals linked to real-life circumstances, tasks for learning about finance, for example, the Gami.Fi.Re game and the author project developed resources, personal monthly budget, concrete tracking and analysis of income, expense, and savings, achievements such as earning badges, reaching milestones, or completing specific tasks, plans for the future, how I want to keep developing my financial skills, what I want to achieve, and who I can turn for support. The added value of this portfolio lies in personalization. It's not some generic learning, but a tool that grows with the individual, tracking their progress and empowering independent decision making. For adults, we will see opportunities to apply the resource in practice. As such, the project results can be implemented in various areas. For example, basic financial literacy courses, the game as a teaching tool, each sessions ending with discussion and a real-life application. Workshop during special events open to the public. Individual counseling using the folder as supporting material for career and educational planning. Group counseling session, participants share challenging, solve tasks and learn from each other. And collaboration with local stakeholders. Integration project results into partner activities and initiatives. For my conclusion, the Gami.Fi.Re project has shown that financial literacy tools can be playful, personal, and practical. By bringing the game into teaching and counseling, we open up space for conversation, reflection, and for me, most important, active problem solving. We built a bridge between learning and real life, and that's the greatest thing that a project can offer. Let me finish maybe with this thought. Financial literacy is not the goal, it's a tool for better decision, greater independence, and a better quality of life. Maybe. I think that it's very real conclusion. That's for me. That's all. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Tadeja. I'm very happy that we already have a lot of ideas how to upgrade our game and other project results. So these ideas will be also included in the toolkit. So you will have the chance to look at it in this way. So now it's planned to have a short break, 10 minutes break. So I suggest to see each other in 5 minutes, in 10 minutes. So 14:35, maybe. Okay. We ask you that we use the chance within the break, of course, beside the coffee and other things, we kindly ask you to scan the QR code and show us your support. It's very short form, as you now already know what the project is about. And after the break, you will see other very interesting examples of the use of the game. Welcome back. So we are here. Are you here? Yes, no? Yes. Yes. So let's continue with some great examples from our partners. I'd like to add that throughout the project, development of the project result, VET schools from all partners were teachers and students were closely involved in the project. We had also 2 learning mobilities. One was already mentioned in Cyprus, Mateo mentioned it, and the other one was in Netherlands in spring this year. So we have only 3 examples because a teacher from Italy got sick. So we start with Tamara Rifel from Slovenia, from other web school. She will present their ideas on how to use our project results in classes. Tamara, please.
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
to everybody. So I'm glad to participate in this meeting. Let's begin. I just have to share the presentation. Okay. So, my name is Tamara Rifal. I'm a professor of professional subjects in Media Technician program on Economic School of Economics. Well, so, why Gami.Fi.Re? First of all, because it's an interactive digital game for learning financial literacy and independent decision making, and it guides young people through roles related to everyday life and career. Where and why I will use it? So, the Gami.Fi.Re game is useful in all media technician professional subjects. Why? Because in our curriculum, we have an open curriculum with IKK, so integrated key qualification as career planning and management, for example, personal goals, finance, and entrepreneurship. So the goal involves reflecting on personal career goals, finances, and entrepreneurship, and this is ties directly into play and Gami.Fi.Re scenarios that guide students through roles and learning financial literacy and independent decision making. So the game, Gami.Fi.Re, offers simulations of real situations, decisions, and career path choices. Testing and competition. In May, I done 2 students' workshops with the play. The students after the game, the students were invited to a social network challenge to prepare video ads for Gami.Fi.Re. So in mid-June, we'll follow product presentation, evaluation, and selection of the best video advertisements. Adaptation for the Slovenian environment. In the beginning, it was difficult with first group of students to understand all concepts in English, but now we already have whole game translated in Slovenian language. So we need to work on our domestic expressions and focus on real situation problems, such as student work search, first bank account and first bank card, and of course career planning. So my main focus is connecting the game to Slovenian students, real-life challenges, and an understanding basic financial concepts. How I support and how I will support the other teachers. Inside the school, in May, I already done 1 workshop with 1 group of teachers. The next workshop is coming in June. So I'm also planning to create a digital space for sharing materials and experiences between teachers. Timeline. Through May and June, workshops and recording ads. In June today we have a conference. in mid-June, will follow product presentation and is coming evaluation and selection of the best video advertisement. In September, I'm planning to, and I hope to, incorporate the game into the regular curriculum. And from October, I expect wider use among our teachers through project days, career orientation workshop, etc. And my final thought is that Gami.Fi.Re, it's not just a game, it's really a learning experience that brings real financial challenges into the classroom in a fresh, student-friendly and understandable way. That's in short from my side. Thank you for listening, and that will be.
Yeah. Thank you, Tamara. As Tamara mentioned, Tamara and their students are preparing short project videos, and you will be also invited to vote for your favorite one. It will be published on social media and also shared with you via email. So the video that will get the most votes will be used as a promotional spot of our project. So we are happy to share with you. So let's continue. Now we go back to the Netherlands. So Gerard, are you here?
Yes.
Yes. So also vet schools from Netherlands were actively involved in the project. So he will present their participation.
Yeah, correct. Thank you. So let me start by sharing my screen. Pom pom. Can you see?
Yes.
Screen? I will make it bigger, and everyone hopefully is able to see it. So basically, we have 3 use cases that we are sharing today. It is different. These are 3 different schools actually, and it's really interesting. So please hang on, because they have an all different approach in how they have been in touch with this game, but also how they will use it in further future involvement in education, financial education. So what connects them is the need for real engaging financial education. So first,
so this is
it already starts. So I have already prepared a video, a short one, and it's longer. I think it's 10-12 minutes, but you can later find it also in our toolkit. It's Curio, it's a vet education school here in the city where I work is in Breda, the Netherlands. It's about civic education, and it's also related to badges because there are different parts of the school that are interested from different perspectives. So the first one is Mabel, and some of you have already met her during our meeting in Breda during the C1 activity. She is she's teaching burgerschap, actually civic education, and she tells a bit more about how she shortly will see this as an added value. But also from another background, there is in the future weeks, we will have more insight from how financial education can make use of this game and the toolkit. And also from another perspective, there is this work group that are interested in using in validation system, as they are also involved in the national validation system that we're currently developing. So yeah, so I want to share her thoughts on this.
About relevance,
I hope
and maybe also about empowerment. and
Can you hear it?
the way learning can be based on problem-based learning.
Yeah.
And how do you see this toolkit helping you as a teacher in delivering your lessons?
Well, I think it helps because you have something to talk about. So now as a teacher, you need to think about what you're going to talk about.
Yeah.
So you need to prepare like a discussion point or something like that. And now the discussion points come out of the students. So they see something in the game, maybe they're not agreeing with the answers, maybe they want to choose 2 answers. There are different things you talk about, I think, when you use the game, than when you prepare a lesson as a teacher, because we think we know what problems they are going to have, but eventually they know better than we do.
Yeah, and this game can help them.
Yeah, it can help to talk, to make talking points.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
So this is an example which is recorded, and what I said is a longer video, and this is an example of it. Yeah, I think this is really valuable already from our project. Okay, this case 1. I will go to the next one. So this is also her statement. Every student make their own decisions in the game, and those decisions help us understand what matters to them. This is exactly what she also mentioned in the video. So it's a conversation that is helpful learning outcome. All right. So the second use case, MBO Rijland, it's an actually a different perspective. It's sports and exercise. So it has a game-related aspect, of course. So they piloted the game with students from the sport and exercise program, and we got feedback from the teachers, and they observed high engagement and genuine reflection among students. Actually, what we also discovered is that during the workshop we gave together with the teachers, they really absorbed in the game. That's one aspect. But after we asked them what they felt and how they thought this could be helpful related to financial literacy, to become more financial literate, they had a really profound idea of what was helpful. So we gave them some things to discuss, some topics also related to the game, but in a different way. Yes, and they openly discussed financial behaviors and long-term ambitions. Already these students are, I think, 17, 18 years old, and they had quite a clear and in-depth idea of what they want to do, and they also see the challenges. We find this game really an interesting approach. So we also had feedback from the teachers. The toolkit was appreciated for being accessible, visual, and low threshold for both teachers and students as well. So yeah, the game encouraged, that was a quote, students to open up. They were suddenly talking about money in a real honest way. So yeah, that was something we experienced as well. And then we have Prince Heerlijk. That is, how to translate that in English? Lovely prince. But it's also a vet school, but then more differently, it's more inclusive because they offer work-based learning for young people aged 16, and the 27 years with mild intellectual disabilities or behavioral challenges. And they follow an MBO, so it's a vet level 1 to 2 program in sectors like hospitality, retail, and care. And what we also found really interesting, and that we will get more information from that this month, we promised is that they want to use it, not only the game, and they are happy that this game is already translated in Dutch, but also combine the online game with a physical board game that we were developing, and it was shown also in the activity in Cyprus. It's a board game. It's actually a visual representation of an island, and we have some cardboard questions that you can use, and you can use it together with dice, and some other elements that mimic a game. So you can, combine it and create a discussion, because the online game is, of course, individually focused, but that's good. But having a discussion, you could envision a way to create this offline board game situation where young people have the opportunity to discuss together about financial constraints or financial challenges. So that was an interesting outcome. Also, the Train the Trainer workshop we had a few weeks ago, some insights about the abstract concepts, the conversation starter, the board game, and the technical support. So it depends, of course, on the background, and I think it's really for us to see in what way we can also add these insights into the toolkit in a way that help you as a teacher or a trainer to support you in this, to implement this. So, for example, what I also mentioned here is the abstract concepts. Some students, or many students indeed, struggle with abstract concepts like interest or saving. So we have, of course, this explanation available in the tool, but it can be really practical to use this also in lessons in a different way. So, and then further insights, two quotes that I want to share with you. Financial literacy tools might be both accessible and realistic, and many of our students aren't just learning, they're surviving. So actually that was one of the typical quotes we want to share with you. And the other is from Kirby, from Prince Heerlijk, the school I mentioned before. Our students need examples that they can relate to, not abstract numbers. And the game gives us a way to talk about money in a way that makes sense to them. So yes, and what you see here on the right is the image of the cardboard game. So this is something we plan to also provide you as a PDF, and you could print it and use it locally in an online or in an offline situation. Again, the same quote as I shared with you before. The game provides the practice, the badge gives it value, and the framework ensures quality, and the toolkit brings it into your teaching. So thank you.
Thank you, Gerard. So now let's go back to Cyprus. Teacher from that school will present how they were involved in the development, also using the game. Let's hear from them.
Miss Christina, we cannot hear you.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Now we can hear you.
Okay. I'm not so sure whether I can show it. I can do the presentation from the beginning. Okay. Hold a second. Okay. Escape. Oh, from the beginning. Okay. Okay, can you see my presentation now?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, first of all, it's very nice to see you all again. I present for the technical school in Avgoru, which aims to shape the future of our students. My colleague Elena and I are very pleased that we had this great opportunity to get accustomed with Gami.Fi.Re and also help in its implementation in our school. Okay, there is a problem. I cannot change the. All right, I'll have to.
Do you want me to share, or you can exit the full screen mode and go one slide?
Unfortunately, I press escape, but it doesn't function. I will stop share, maybe.
Yes, you should stop sharing.
Maybe share again. I don't know. Stop share. Okay. There is something here. Okay. Sorry about this, about the technical problems.
So let me share then.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
We are in second. I'm going to say a few things about our school so you all know what's going on. Can you move to the next one, please?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Our school is located in Avgoru. It's in Famagustan district. It is an agricultural area. Nearby some summer resorts such as Ayanapa and Protaras. Some details about our school. We have almost 400 students and 90 teachers are employed in our school. Next one, please. The school has a lot of state-of-the-art equipment and the facilities are well kept. Next one. The school offers two types of educational programs: technical education, which focuses on educational on vocational skills, and an evening program, which are adjusted for adult learners. Next one. The school offers the following fields of studies, such as automotive engineering, agricultural and civil engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical and electronics engineering, agriculture, cosmetology, and hairdressing. The school offers, we have innovative learning initiatives such as a drone program, 3D printing and programming, specializing in robotics workshops for students. We have a lot of Erasmus involvement through youth programs, student mobility, cultural exchanges, and we support the international cooperation and cultural exchange. Our school participates in a lot of competitions, such as International Solar Car competition. We won this competition many times. Change, please. We also participated in PED Expo London. And one colleague got the first prize in Erasmus Innovation in Teaching. This year, our team, Toolshare, was the winner of the Best Economic Sustainable Business and also the gold winner of all categories of Ideodromio. This is a competition that tries to promote entrepreneurship. Oh my God. So some businesses to make students more business capable. So we give emphasis in this competition in order to develop also their financial literacy. Okay. This is our Erasmus project in Crete. You can see some students visiting one farm for mushrooms, and then different other places. Next one, please. Our student participated in skill competition and also Euro skills. Next one. This is another tech competition. It's for technology and innovation in education. Next one. And here, last year or a couple of years ago, we won also the Yannis Christodoulou Foundation competition for schools in Cyprus, and the award was 10,000 euros. In this one, we had to do something here, like we bought some gymnastic not tools for the kids to practice. Okay, next one, please. Here we are in Netherlands, actually in Breda, participating in a meeting with other European teachers in order to get accustomed with a new concept of teaching, Gami.Fi.Re. And during our 3-day visit, we had the opportunity to meet and exchange ideas with our European colleagues, get more involved with Gami.Fi.Re, suggested some improvements for the game, and also design a few lesson plans. Also, we enjoyed the hospitality of our host, and we thank them for this hospitality. We also enjoyed our tour guide around Breda. Next one. So among the other lesson plans that we designed, this is one that we actually implemented in one of our classes. You own a construction company and you are currently renovating the offices of a large corporation. You are in the final month of work before the project's handover, and the project manager informed you that some mandatory work needs to be carried out, which involves a significant cost. Following a financial review, it has been noted that completing this additional work will exceed the initial budget. As the owner of the company, how would you handle this financial challenge in order to complete the project without further consequences, both for your company and your professional reputation? Would you take out a loan, use your personal savings, ask your family for financial support, or would you consider reducing your employees' salaries? And after having this lesson plan, we asked the students to play with Gami.Fi.Re in order to see different types of options that they had, and this experience that the students had improved their financial skills through the game, which was an interesting and pleasant experience for them. Also, by implementing this project in our school, as I said before, there was a enhancement of financial literacy in vocational education. We had a pilot testing in our school during 21st up 23rd of May 2025. Students involved were from their background was computer science and digital technology. They had 3 different lesson plans to attend. Owner of a computer repair shop, working as an employee at a software development company, and agriculturist with focus on cultivating aromatic plants. You can see the students playing the game, and the feedback and reflection from the students. gamified approach boosts motivation. It encourages active participation and promotes critical thinking and creativity. Scenarios linked to students' future careers, trade-specific financial situations, realistic and practical content, applies financial concepts to everyday work life, helps students make informed decisions, builds early financial responsibility, adaptable to all learning styles, supports teamwork and independent work at the same time, accessible for diverse student needs, modern relevant tool for VET programs, integrates finance, digital skills, collaboration, prepares students for real life challenges. These were the opinions of the students. Thank you very much for listening to me, and also thank you for the opportunity to be a part of the Gami.Fi.Re project. And my suggestion is, at least for Cyprus, whether it's a good idea the Gami.Fi.Re to be a part of our curriculum in the VET schools. Nowadays, it is announced that we are going to have vocational school in the gymnasium level, and 2 periods will be on financial literacy, which maybe it's a good idea for this game to be implemented as a part of the curriculum. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Christina. It was nice to see you also. So thank you all for your presentations. We come to the end, and now we would like to open the floor for discussion or any questions. So feel free to ask us or to share opinion. You can also turn on the camera that we will see each other. So yes.
Okay.
We and our partners, we can answer you whatever you want. So not whatever, but with the Gami.Fi.Re project. So yes. Who will start?
Gospođinka.
Yes, hello. Thank you for this presentation. It was very nice and educational. I really learned something new. I didn't know there's something such tool exists really. I work in adult education field, Ljudska univerza Krško, so I don't know, educational institution for adults. And I'm in charge of the project of financial literacy in this part of Slovenia, dvig finančne pismenosti v jugovzhodnej Sloveniji. So I'm thinking about, is it possible to use this game in?
Of course, yes. It will be open. It will be open resource.
Okay.
5 years, we hope that even more. We will see, but yes, it will be open, so you will be free to use it.
So anyone can actually use it in these programs. I'm also thinking about to use it in social activation program. I know different target
groups. It will be open source and it will be accessible to the wider public. So whoever wants to use it is more than welcome.
Yes, not only the game, but also the toolkit, because in the toolkit, as you saw, there is the description, how to use it, where to use it, a lot of examples that were also presented today, and also the other one. So yes, you can.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. So, any questions, opinions, thoughts, maybe?
Maybe another thought from another representative of adult education.
Yes.
I'm Tina from Žalec,
Tina from Novo Mesto.
Yes. So we also run financial literacy courses, and I think these the results that we developed are very useful and were really well presented today. Thank you very much. I was really curious, so I had to play the game a little bit in between. I went to see it, and it's really fun. I just landed on the island and I started. So we will send the information about this to people who are lecturing in financial literacy classes. We are also implementing one Erasmus Plus project on this topic, and we will definitely try to connect some topics maybe, or try to find some synergies. So really, thank you very much. This is very, very good.
Thank you, Tina. Yes, we are happy that you will try also to disseminate to other institutions and people. Yes, I see not only in adult education that this game is useful, also in primary school. For example, last 3 grades of the primary school, and of course for vet students and also other students who are in general programs. So yes, it's a wide use. Okay, anything else? Maybe other question?
Yes, maybe a question. What was the biggest challenge in terms of the content, the modules that you chose? Was it hard to find the topics?
Okay, maybe from my point of view, but partners can also share their ideas, their thoughts. It was a bit challenging because in the first output of the project was framework and also research, and I imagined that the modules be different, more in the way that they will gain a lot of knowledge from financial field. But as our project progress, yes, and also results of the research has shown that actually it's more important to give attention on attitude, not that on the knowledge. Not so much on the knowledge, and that's why we chosen 4 roles and also connected with career guidance. So maybe some other thoughts from other partners, but
Yeah, I can add something.
Yes, please.
Tina, as well. So it was quite challenging also for the specific dilemma questions, because the main focus was vet students, and in specific vet students from disadvantaged backgrounds. So this carries a lot of meaning. So what does it mean, someone being from a disadvantaged background? So they might have some learning difficulties. So we had to go back and forth with the content and how to present it and how to make it understandable to them, and also to keep the level of the game at a point where it could offer a added value to the classroom, to the students, to the teacher as well. So finding this fine line of keeping it interesting, keeping it understandable, and keeping it intuitive and keeping it educational, I think from my perspective, this was the most difficult part, and that's why we mentioned that we brought in the students, involved them in the development of the game, asked them questions, got their feedback constantly in all the levels of development, and this really helped us to shape the actual content.
Yes, thank you. And also made it useful for also other target groups, not only students.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, and I want to contribute to that as well. I think it's really something I want to emphasize, not only the challenges, but also I think the cooperation is really fruitful. And what I find is interesting that we, during our the project evolved, together we developed a really valuable insights in how this can be more intertwined between Toolkit, the game, and also in relation to maybe new developments related to cardboard game or other gaming aspects that can be even more enriched in using or implementing financial education into life situations in school, for example.
Yes. Also, development of validation system, it was very challenging how to find the path. But yes, we are happy that we have now, I think that already 300 users of the game, but we are actually have only started to disseminate it, but yes, happy. Christina, you have a question?
Yes, I need to ask you. You had created a great educational game that aims to financial literacy. What is the plan? What is your plan for next? How are you? Is it gonna be? How are you going to disseminate it? How are you going to approach the Ministry of Education for each country to implement it in our curriculum? What is the plan?
Yes, actually, this is our next task in this next few months. We have already action plans. So first, each partner will have already prepared how they will reach the main stakeholders. Also, this conference is one of them. And we also will prepare guidelines for the system level and to share with them. We will also share with all of you these guidelines, not only the toolkit and the project results, but also other strategic documents. So yes, project is ending at the end of August, but actually it won't end because we want that this project is alive also after the end of this period. Yes. So thank you for this question. Yes, it's a bit challenging, but we hope that we will be successful with this, and also with the help of all of you, of course. Yes.
Yeah, because all of us need these financial lessons. As with Belinda showed at the beginning, that most of us don't know how to and deal with our financial decisions and etc. Therefore, it's a good tool, at least for the new generation, to know how to deal with the financial decisions that they make. Because we've seen the past few years how the bad financial decisions personally and also by country that led to a lot of problems, financial problems in Cyprus, first of all. Therefore, maybe we had a better knowledge of financial literacy, maybe we wouldn't be in this situation. So maybe it's a good idea for all the European students to have this kind of literacy.
Yes.
Okay, thanks, and try hard to to implement it to apply it in all countries.
We will. Thank you. Any other questions? No. Okay, I have just one more slide for you guys. I would kindly ask you to answer one last question.
Yes, it's about evaluation. For us, it's important. So thank you all for participation. Yes. And
thank you. Hope to see you soon.
Yes.
Sometime in the future. Have fun enjoying our game.